That's good. Here again, outside of Holy Innocents Church and School, which is situated along Ayshford in St. Thomas. As I would have said before, this Ayshford is spelled Ayshford. This is the road leading to Harrison's Cave and Welsh Mahogany. And again, Harrison's Cave runs all underground here. All under here is Harrison's Cave. That is where it is said that when service is going on at the church, that the organ from the church vibrates into the cave. A brief history of Holy Innocents Church here. But the road now will be leading you back to Harrison's Cave and Welsh Mahogany. The Welsh Mahal area begins on top, at the top of the hill here, which is where the Welsh Mahal area will begin with the St. Thomas Post Office, which is just above here, at the corner by the roundabout. And this road leads back to Brian's Road in Welsh Mahal, which many people refer to as the line. And you can see the cricket pavilion here. So the boys' school, Holy Innocents boys used to be here until it became the Vickers Club, until the both schools merged, the Vickers Club, which used to hold dances for the school, for social activities, for the church and school, I guess. And it was later knocked down between 2004 and 5. And down to Ayshford Long Road again. And this is the church cemetery. So I will be going back in the cemetery just now. This is all Holy Innocents Anglican Episcopal Church. Come back up Welsh Mahal, St. Thomas, with the post office and that area. The post office and Welsh Mahal is just above here. Yeah. So this is the church cemetery now, where they bury the people. Since the cemetery in the church is filled, they bury the people over this side now. So this is the cemetery where my family, my great aunt, my great grandmother, my great uncles, my great grandmother, and other relatives are now laid to rest in this cemetery. One of my aunts and other cousins laid to rest here at Holy Innocents Cemetery. You can see that the grave house is now, the cemetery here is now colorful. The grave of Lakeisha Murray. The family even put their pictures on their loved ones' grave. Lakeisha Murray. Enid Brown Brooms. And Granville Ricardo Williams. And my family, my relative, Golda Delcina Brown, who was laid to rest in January. She's my cousin. She will be my second cousin. Her mother will be my mother's aunt, which will be my great aunt. Organites. Her mother is also laid to rest in this cemetery as well. Organites, who were from Chapman's Village in St. Thomas. So my family, my ancestry ties leads back to this cemetery. My ancestors are all laid to rest in this cemetery. This is the parish. This is the parish of my family's birth, my grandmother's birth. But my mother and her other three siblings were born and raised in St. Joseph. After their mother moved to St. Joseph, my first two aunts were from St. Thomas, but the other four siblings, which is my mother, one other sister, and two brothers, which would be my uncles, were laid to rest, or were born in St. Joseph. Come back down to Ayshford Long Road, the Holy Innocents Church here. So this Holy Innocents Church is located at Ayshford, St. Thomas. And as I said before, this Ayshford is spelled Ayshford. And this is the road that leads to Harrison's Cave and Welshmere. And you can see the Holy Innocents Primary School here. So again, I'm in the central parish of St. Thomas here in Barbados. So, as I said before, this Ayshford is spelled Ayshford. And this pavement was placed here between late 2013 and early 2014. So that pedestrians don't have to walk too close to the road, whereas years ago, the pedestrians used to have to be walking too close to the road. But thanks to the MPs and the authorities for getting it done. I remember they had to push back the church cemetery, some of the headstones, and push them further and push back the church wall. Right where I'm standing now was all the church wall here. This place. All in the central uplands of Barbados, here in the parish of St. Thomas. I'll make my way down to the church school, to the primary school. The church here. So down below here will be Hopewell Village, Hopewell St. Thomas. And this is the school building, which has the mural graphic on it that was done by Miss June Connell in 2005, depicting things in St. Thomas. You have Mr. Lester Vaughan, the guy who wrote the National Pledge of Barbados. He was the principal here. He was the principal here at Holy Innocent back in the 1950s and 60s, and he is reading to the school children down below. And you can see the monkey here in Welshman Hall Gully, and the windmill here at Sturgis Plantation, and the Barbados top band riding the donkey, and so on, done by Miss June Connell in 2005. So this was the girls' school. This school was taught by some great teachers as well. Such as Miss O.C. Springer. Miss O.C. Springer was the one who taught the school, taught the little children for many years, back in the 1940s and 50s. She also later rest at Holy Innocent, Miss Springer. Also Mr. Raper Dash and Miss Holder. All Holy Innocent primary school building. As I said before, this was the girls' school before. Yeah, Crystal, yeah. I can hear the rolling of the bus coming. One thing about in the country, you can hear the rolling of the buses coming from afar off, especially the diesel powered buses. You can hear them coming from miles away, so that you will know when to run to the bus stop. Yes guys, all Ayshford Long Road in St. Thomas. Which is the road leading to Holy Innocents, which is the road leading to Harrison's Cave and Welshman Hall Gully. And as I said before, Harrison's Cave runs all under here. That is why they say that when service is going on at the church, that the organ from the church vibrates into the cave. So I will now go in the churchyard now and show you guys inside the other set of graves in the tombs. So this is the Gooding grave here in loving memory of W.T. George Gooding, who was born in 1903 and died in 1977. His wife Mildred Gooding, who was born in 1903 and died in 1974, and Jeffrey T. Gooding, who was his son, born in 1935 and died in 2014, and his wife Sheila and his daughter Sheila, who was born in 1936. Their daughter Sheila was born in 1936 and died in 2023. Gone but not forgotten. So as I said before, they do not bury people in this cemetery no more unless they have a by grave and they could bury the people, and they could have a by grave, or they have to be a long-standing member. Otherwise they got to bury the people over the other side. This is the vault here. These are 3 vaults here in loving memory of Margaret Williams, wife of John W. Carrington of Richmond Hall, who died the 3rd of November 1881 at the age of 67. And this is to the affectionate memory of John W. Carrington, who died the 22nd of January 1889 at age 53 years. And loving memory of Walter Philip Smith, who died the 16th of June 1918 at the age of 82. And his wife Elizabeth Hines Chapman, who died the 24th of October 1914 at the age of 76. And in loving memory of Walter Codrington Carrington Smith, who born the 15th of June 1873 and died December 7th, 1956, from Olivia and Phoebe. Also his wife Olive Worrell, who born the 10th of February 1886 and died November 6th, 1960. And Beatrice Lyle Smith, who was born the 10th of March 1872 and died December 10th, 1922. And Phoebe Worrell Smith, born the 30th of January 1871 and died the 21st of December 1962. So this is the churchyard now, and the church hall, the church multi-purpose center. And this is the church bell here, the church belfry. This is the bell here. This belfry was built here. My great uncle Gorman Levine used to be the bell ringer here years ago. The church bell used to be up in here years ago, up until the 1990s. And this front porch here was also built here around the 1990s, the early 90s as well. The vicarage, where the former priest Reverend Light used to live. I think they now hold it for church social activities. Last time I saw, last week Saturday, they had a fish fry out here. In sacred memory of the following families: William Green, John and Elizabeth Weeks, William and Walter Daniel, Lenora and Alvin Daniel, the Glasgow family. May they rest in peace. The grave here of the former organist of this church, Hudson Drates, who was also a distant family of mine. He was the organist of Holy Innocents Church, and he was the principal of Hillbeat Primary School, which is also in this parish. They had to remove the headstone because his wife was laid to rest here recently. Or the church. This is the exit for the church, the entrance. In loving memory of Lester St. Clair Vaughan, who was the principal of Holy Innocents Primary School back in the 1950s and 60s. And he wrote the National Pledge of Barbados. He was born the 9th of November 1910 and died the 16th of September 2003. all the church cemetery here. The Mahon grave here. And the Marshall grave. The Cave family grave is over here as well. The Caves are a popular family from Wrexham Hall. And they are also from up the road here. Thank you guys for watching now, and have a blessed evening. So this is a beautiful little country church in the rural parish of St. Thomas here in Barbados. Once again, thanks for watching, thanks for your time, and do have a blessed evening.